Yo.
What up? What up?
Woo. What up, though?
We are 108, bro.
We're 108, bro. And it's what? It's about to be midnight already. We starting. God damn it. Your boy running on.
I'm going to get yelled at tonight.
Hopes, dreams, and tequila. Please don't yell at him. It was my fault. I talk too much. I know that's hard to believe. But
I always tell him, like, we did about 2 podcasts before we actually started.
We literally do, man. Oh, shit, dude. Oh, man.
Yo, welcome back, everybody, to the Common Footman Podcast. As always, he's Juan and I'm Sean, and every week we get together, have a few drinks, talk about things going on in the world, try to focus on things making an impact, whether they be good, bad, or otherwise. Hit him with the drink of the day.
Oof. Yeah, listen, this came out fire.
This is delicious.
This is delicious, and we calling it the chocolate Mexican.
Yay, yay.
The chocolate Mexican. It is basically a añejo tequila old fashioned. So we did some añejo tequila, which this is pretty good. Cali Rosa. It's a tequila añejo. My mom got me this for Father's Day.
Thanks, Mom.
Shout out to Mom. Yeah, man. Thank you. This stuff is great. And we made an old fashioned. So we did a shot of that. So basically about 2 ounces of the tequila. We did about half an ounce of the agave nectar instead of simple syrup. So do the agave nectar, the tequila, and then Mexican chocolate bitters, orange bitters. We stirred it up. I did about a bar spoon of the cherry syrup from the dark cherry.
Yep.
And then stirred it up and then put it in a glass with the big ball and orange peel and a cherry for the garnish, man. Oh, wait. And I smoked the glass.
He got fancy, people.
I got fancy, boy. I smoked. So I don't even know how I'm going to have to, we're going to have to do a video.
Listen, get some toilet paper, light it on fire, and stick it in the glass for a few seconds.
Now you need the wood. You need the cedar. So I took a plank of cedar, torched it, and then put the glass on it upside down. You could buy the little fog hat thing too. It works. But so we smoked it. So it's a smoked añejo old fashioned. We calling it the chocolate Mexican. Damn it.
Yeah, and this shit is delicious, and it does matter with the smoke because when you go to take that drink, you get the scent of the smoke with the orange peel. So it does make a difference. So if you get them cedar planks, light them on fire, and put the glass upside down so it gets that smoky. But if you don't have that shit, light some toilet paper on fire. Stick it in the glass.
And for all you always say we get fancy, god damn it, that's what we do. We've had so many variations of the simple stuff. Now we got to start getting
right. I'm making shit at home now, and I'm smelling it first and going, it don't have a garnish.
I be sitting here like I feel like this is what the scientists at like those food factories must feel like when they're coming up with recipes for like the next mac and cheese, and they're just throwing shit together.
Dude, not for nothing, man. We had at our former workplace, man, we had a chef make like a new mac and cheese, as a matter of fact, right? And I remember going down there like, Chef so-and-so is going to make this new mac and cheese. And I'm thinking to myself like, it's macaroni and cheese, bro. Like, what is he going to do? Add salt and pepper? But the shit was good.
It's good, bro. Yeah. You can mac and cheese hits different, bro. You could put bacon in it.
Yep.
You can put lobster in it. You do different types of cheeses. Like, it's endless.
Yeah. No.
It's so good. Like you said, but I would have thought the same thing. Like, bro, how many ways can you make a hot dog? And then, they just, I used to love those because, like you said, they would be the simplest thing. And then they would give you like 5 variations of it. And you're like, oh, shit, they do all taste different. It's so good.
All right, man. Yo, my compliment of the week is going out to NASA.
Ooh.
In case you guys missed some of the news this week, NASA, they actually did it a couple of months ago. I remember reading about this story where they were getting this James Webb Space Telescope sort of ready to launch into space. I remember, seeing this video on it where they were talking about how complex it was and kind of how delicate it was too. And it was like, well, once it gets up there and they have to like open it, and then like if these things don't open, then they have to do XYZ, but it could get up there and like shit doesn't open correctly. Yeah. So
where is it?
I think it just orbits Earth.
Oh, so it is in orbit. It's not like the Hubble or
no, it's like the Hubble. It does orbit Earth as well.
Hubble does orbit. What's the other one that sits in Hawaii? Sorry.
Oh, I don't know.
I was thinking about that one. The one that sits in Hawaii on top of a mountain and at the observatory or whatever.
These are actually in space.
Got it.
But these the level of detail that this thing is providing already. So they just got the first images back. If you guys haven't seen them, if you're not a space geek, maybe it doesn't make a lot of sense to you or whatever. Or
I don't understand
really
how it wouldn't though. Even if you're not a space geek, I feel like this is the first time you can make stuff out. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you can do like if you get a good enough camera and a good enough telescope, you can get if you get the right exposure, you can really take some good pictures. But this thing is getting infrared readings that are like more than we've ever gotten. And the coolest thing about it I saw for me was that it's going to be able to detect like atmospheric conditions of other planets to potentially tell us which ones are habitable for humans.
Really? At what distance?
I don't know, but I did see like this thing is able to see like 13 billion years ago. And if you think about it, it's the way that light travels, right?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of hard it's a hard concept to grasp.
By the time we get the image back, it has been
right.
Yeah. So watch Interstellar and try to keep up.
Yeah, but essentially, man, this thing is seeing into the past, essentially, and I think that they're actually like really close, and really close being like 500 million years to seeing like the beginning of what we believe was the beginning of the universe,
which is insane.
So it's insane, man. This is a huge breakthrough. And I look at stuff like this, man, and I'm just like, we look at technological advances and we go, oh man, we're doing so much, right? We're in our infancy, bro.
Oh my god, dude.
Like this is early on, bro.
100 years ago, we were riding horse and buggy.
Exactly.
Horse and buggy, and we're in space. Like, it's wild. You think about it crazy. That way. 100 years ago, 2 people ago, we were horse and buggy. And
Not even. It really could be 1 person ago, man.
Yeah,
that's one really Betty White ago.
That's you. Damn it, you right. Shout out, Betty.
Shout out, Betty.
Bro, I'm always fascinated by the idea of space and space travel and all that stuff. I wouldn't consider myself a space geek by any means or astronomy, but it does interest me, sort of seeing that. And I saw these images, man, and I was like just floored, bro. I think the Carina Nebula one was my favorite. I don't know if you've seen the Carina Nebula. Is like what I guess I think they're sort of touting it as the star graveyard.
Yep.
It's like these stars are dying, but it looks like a cluster of mountains. Like, it's so bizarre, and the picture is so vivid, man, in 4K. Like, it looks like you're staring into a mountain in the middle of the desert at night, and then you can see the other stars around it that are alive. Would you see this? Like, it just looks beautiful, man. Like, and then even the dying star that they captured, like, there's a star literally dying, and they can like, I just to see that. And then I think one of the images that struck me the most was it was just literally of space, and then the caption was kind of like anything that doesn't have a point is a galaxy. So it was like, so all like the dots are a galaxy, and the amount of dots in this thing,
it's insane.
And it's like, oh, that's a galaxy, and it's like there's millions of galaxies out there, and it's one of those things where we always go like, is there other life out there? And I'm like, we'd be stupid to think that we're the only things in the entire, like, literally in that one photo and aiming in one direction, there's millions of galaxies, like. So it's like, I think within that there's a solar system with a bunch of planets, with
within those galaxies are millions of solar systems.
It's just insane. Like, the concept of that is so crazy. I think it's so hard for us to understand, like, our little minds, and it's so arrogant of us to think that we're the only people in this entire I'm like, yo, we're literally a bunch of bugs on a pebble just floating in space.
Yeah,
like, it's like
microscopic, freaking bugs. Yeah,
it's insane, bro. So I think just the perspective of that, like, somebody was telling me at work that they try not to think about it or even look at this stuff. Like, they did look at this because that was cool, because they said it overwhelms them, like, and it gives them anxiety because they start to realize how insignificant they are.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I never really thought about it like that, like from an insignificant standpoint where it gives me angst, but an insignificant standpoint where I go, man, why do we give a fuck about all the stuff we give a fuck about right now? We're literally a bunch of bugs on a planet just like rocketing through space. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
yeah, bro. There was one image that came back, I think it was either today or yesterday, that showed there's this cluster of galaxies, and I can't remember what it was, but it's like, I should say a cluster. There's these 4 galaxies that are actually like together, that they're really close, and they're like merging, like they're crashing into each other, or they're about to. And they were talking about that, and how, you know, like what would happen if those things would crash together, and what it would potentially create, and the black holes that are inside of those things. It's crazy, bro. And like you said, like our galaxy, the Milky Way, is I'm gonna get this wrong, but it's something stupid, like, I don't know, like 100 million light years in like width. Like, you couldn't even travel. We don't even have anything to travel that distance.
You couldn't get out of it or whatever.
Yeah, you couldn't even get out of your own galaxy, even if you wanted to. And here we are looking at millions of other galaxies. It's insane, bro.
Dude, at what point, and you figure eventually you'll be able to look into the galaxies. Like, we'll get something strong enough that can look into it. And then at what point can you see? Like, you're going to be able to see a rocket just, you know what I'm saying? Like, and go, shit, that's not us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's so crazy to me. Like, I saw this, it was like, it was so neat. And the photos, like the high res photos that came back, it's like the most, I don't know, man. It's the most real. Like, you can't really ever see. I know there's good photos out there of the stars, especially if you go on NASA's website. Like, I have seen, like,
yeah,
really
dude, the
cool
Hubble telescope has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
This is just the next iteration.
But this is Hubble in 4K.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like, yeah. Like, the Hubble's like standard def, and then you get to this, and you're like, oh shit.
The Hubble is like the fucking TV. You know, you watch like the old programs, and they got the black lines on the side of the TV.
And the colors faded. Yeah. You're right, because you go like, oh, the Hubble was great, man. What are you talking about? Then I saw this, and I was like, yo, man, y'all better get rid of that TV with the knobs. That's trash. It's so crazy, man. Shout out to, like, there were so many teams that were involved in putting this thing together too. Like, it was a project with NASA and a bunch of other. Like,
and I say NASA, right? So NASA is sort of the government space agency. Let me let y'all know, like, NASA don't do shit by themselves. They contract out other companies, and I don't know what the company was for this. I didn't look it up. I wish I would have. But I did work for a company that worked for NASA when we did the space shuttle program. I worked for United Space Alliance.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of other companies that are always involved in stuff like this. Like right now, was Tesla's, not Tesla, was Elon's company. SpaceX. Right, so there's a lot of companies and a lot of people that are involved in this stuff. So it's really not just shout out to NASA, but to those folks that are making it happen. But within NASA, like, you have to have like this government agency that is willing to spend this, that has and is willing to spend this kind of money.
Oh yeah.
Right, on
has the budget
to go take pictures.
Yeah. Basically,
you know what I mean?
You're going to take pictures of that.
Like, and I think it's going to lead to something a lot better in the future. But as of right now, like, getting those pictures doesn't do anything for mankind immediately.
Yeah, who puts that proposal together?
Right. Yeah, we're gonna spend $2 trillion to put this thing up there for what? To take pictures.
It's a big ass camera.
But it's in 4K.
Who is it? A Panasonic? What? Yeah, fuck, bro. Who comes up with this stuff too, man? Like, the people who made this is the other part. It's like, who?
Yep.
Yeah. So, like you said, so many people involved, man. So just shout out to NASA, man, and the people doing this. I think in our lifetime, man, I can't wait to see, like, 20 years from now what planets we've sort of inhabited by then, what space travel looks like, because again, you're seeing. Privatizing the whole space travel thing was the best thing that ever happened, because you put all these people in competition with each other, and that's where again, we're capitalistic by nature, and so I think once you sort of pit human beings, we're competitive and we're capitalistic. So once you throw that into the fold, it just sort of like I don't even know, like just accelerates rolling, man. It accelerates the progress, right? Like, the reason why you get cures to diseases, the reason, all of it boils down to like competition and capital. So like, just to see that happen with space, and you see these advances that have happened so quickly. Like, I remember like when you would just sit there and hold your breath during a space launch, and then you're like hoping this shit makes it off
blow
the thing.
Up. Yeah.
And then now we're just kind of like every week they're sending a few up, like whether it's just payloads or just satellites or just whatever. Like, it's just happening nilly-willy now. We almost starting to take it for granted.
Yep.
and without incidences, knock on wood, so far. So it's like, dude, I'm just so excited to see what happens in the next like 10, 15, 20 years. Like, can you imagine what SpaceX and Virgin and I think even not Boeing, but is it Boeing? Maybe Boeing is in the space. Like all these guys who are in it now, man. I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. All right, what you got?
Listen, man, I'm from one star to another. Listen, my carbon footprint is Zach Wilson, the quarterback of the New York Jets. Because if you haven't heard,
I gotta hear this.
Yo, yeah, I don't know if you heard the story.
What did he do?
The rumor has it that Zach Wilson might have banged his mama's best friend.
Good for her.
So you want to talk about something backfiring? So the rumor has it is that I don't know if he broke up with his girl or they're breaking up or whatever.
Didn't he had like this kind of like
long-term
all-American?
Yeah,
right?
Stereotypical like cheerleader looking sorority chick. Yeah, and anyway, I guess they broke up or something happened with them, and someone, I don't know if it was her or a friend of hers or somebody, but anyway, they tried to like basically go, oh yeah, well, I'm telling people that you banged your mama's friend, like, you know, basically it was like a secret or whatever, and that was kind of known and whatever, maybe to her or whatever, and sort of they leak the story, and like she's thinking he's gonna get shit for it, and instead everyone's like high-fiving this motherfucker like online, like it's hilarious. The memes have been gold. And I just couldn't believe, bro, when was the last time a Jet scored over 40? I saw that shit, I was like, let's go.
Jets.
And I know Ralph, who we were just on their pod.
Yeah.
I know he's a big Jets fan too, so I'm gonna have to give him shit about that. Like, this might be the greatest score of Jet of all time. All time. It's just, bro, I'm like, can you imagine being, I don't know what he is, well, he's probably 21 now, 22 now, but as an 18-year-old banging one of your mama's friends, or 17-year-old, actually, no, let's keep it legal. 18,
no, but even that,
old.
right? Like, you figure if he's in his early 20s, then his mom most likely is in her 40s.
Yeah.
And so this chick is 40?
It has to be, right? Because you said I'm doing the math based on that. Yeah. Probably more. Yeah. I don't. Stifler's mom is what I have pictured in my head.
Yeah, man. Fuck it. Good for him, bro.
That's why he gets the carbon footprint, damn it. Shout out Zach Wilson, yo. This guy, he looks like just, I don't know, bro. He looks like he should be selling books at Borders.
Yeah.
Or like, like he's just not like, or like he's selling Bibles door to door. So I saw this. I'm like, I hope this is true. I'm gonna be so disappointed if it comes out that he was lying.
Well, listen, man. Maybe he's trying to do like Elon and fucking Nick Cannon.
Yo, they trying to single-handedly repopulate the Earth.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Nah, bro, they send them to Mars. They're gonna populate. Holy shit, bro.
Zach Wilson, Nick Cannon, and Elon Musk to Mars.
I feel like we gotta rename child support to like, oh, you got the Elon or the Nick Cannon. You on that Nick Cannon? You on that Nick?
So Elon, this week or last week, came out with he had twins.
Yeah, with one of his execs.
Right, one of the execs from Neuralink.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Right?
I was gonna say SpaceX. No, you're right. It's Neuralink.
Yeah, Neuralink. Yeah. But I think she's doing something with SpaceX too. But whatever. So he now has like 9 kids.
Yeah.
Or 7. Which one is it?
And do we care? Because he's a
I don't give a
super
shit,
trillionaire.
Yeah.
Like
he has 9 kids, and Nick Cannon has 7. But Nick Cannon got
that's just 4. Irresponsible. He don't got Elon money.
But Nick Cannon got 4 baby mama.
He got 4 baby mama.
And Musk has 3.
Damn, he got 3.
Yeah, because remember, so he has like the first wife that he had
like 4 kids with.
Yeah,
you're right.
Then he had the one that he was with while he was with the one from Neuralink. Grimes, right. But they were, I guess he was with the chick from Neuralink.
Yeah, because like him and Grimes are already broken up, I think, by that point in time, but they had a baby through a surrogate or some shit like that.
Yeah, but when that baby was born and when those twins were born were literally like weeks apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was doing
good
this
for
thing.
Elon, bro.
Dude, I do a lot of praising of Elon in my house for several things, right? So this week, this shit comes up, right? and my wife's like, what an asshole, whatever, right?
Why?
And I go, well, like I never said he was a good dad, or I never said he was a good husband.
Nah, bro. Listen, tell she being insensitive. Elon's on the spectrum. He don't know any better. He don't know. His social skills are fucked.
He thought it was normal.
It's like, how you gonna argue with somebody on the spectrum about what the social norm should be, bro? They don't know. Yo, also, if the people know this going in about him, because none of them have come out to talk shit, right? Like, so if they know that about him, then is it fucked up? Like, okay, you're not a deadbeat from a financial perspective, as far as we know, right? Like, as far as I know, he can have 30 kids, right?
Right?
Like,
yeah.
He can take care, bro. He can have the population of the earth literally and take care of it. Like, he's that rich. Like, it's wild, bro.
That's fucked up.
It's fucked up. You think about it. He's worth how many billions? Like, he's on track to be the first trillionaire ever, I think.
Is that right?
So yeah, I think he's in the 200 billion. How many people are on Earth?
7.8 billion.
Bro. He got more dollars than people, bro, on Earth. He got like 20-fold more dollars than people, 50-fold more dollars than people on Earth.
No.
Yeah, bro. If he's
how much does he have? I thought he was just like a billionaire.
Like, I thought he was worth like $200-something billion.
Oh, is that
bro.
right?
Yeah, dude. I'm
look it up.
Let's look it up, bro. Because it fluctuates daily. So who knows?
That's true.
It fluctuates like dude, as of today, $238 billion.
Oh wow! Yeah. He can't take care of everybody.
So I'm saying he can take care of everybody, bro. He's like, what you want, India?
Wow, bro, that's crazy, dude.
You know how stupid you got to be when you got 50 times more money than there is people on Earth, bro. Or whatever that math is,
about
like 30 or 40. Money? Yeah, it's fuck you money, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna have my baby. And who's gonna say no? Like, okay.
Man. You talk about these basketball wives, chick. You need an Elon wife.
Yeah, step your game up, bro. He gonna be broke one day. Elon not, ever. Like, Nick Cannon could potentially be broke one day. Actually, not. Yeah. Nick Cannon got so many jobs, bro. Yo, him and The Rock single-handedly just stealing jobs from all America. It's not the Mexicans, bro. It's Nick Cannon and The Rock, bro. They taking all the jobs.
The Rock gonna be president, man.
Yo, I think so, man. Listen, hope sooner rather than later, because our current president, bro, this guy can't stay on a bike. He can't read a teleprompter.
Did you see that, bro?
Oh my God, bro. That was just...
Dude, I am like seriously regretting voting for that guy. Not that I wanted Trump, but I'm like, I should have just voted for like the Green Party or something.
Anybody, bro, at this point. Yeah. I'm like literally anybody at this point in time,
dude,
bro.
The Saudis made like this like video about him, like this what do you call it?
Like parody?
Yes, like a parody video. And it was like him on stage with Kamala. And then he's like, so the other day I had a conversation with, and he's like thinking, and then she whispers in his ear, and he's like, Putin. So he did like this whole thing on him. And I was like, man. And I think that in the country that it came out of, apparently like to put shit out like that has to be approved by like government officials.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like that's right.
Middle East?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
So they was like, oh yeah, go ahead, put that shit out. Remember he made that call? He had made that call into the Saudis about getting more oil production. Remember? And they didn't take his call. Remember that whole shit?
They were like, nah, yeah.
Well, they didn't even answer his call.
They just don't even, bro.
And so that just kind of shows you the respect that this dude has. Listen, I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he's a bad president.
Yeah.
I just think that he's too old, bro.
Yeah, dude. That's just wait. It would have been funnier if it would have been like, he would be like, I was talking to somebody the other day, and it'd be like, and she's like, it's your wife. You know, like it takes over. Who's that lady that lives with me? And Kamala's like, it's your wife, it's Joe.
Part of the fucking thing, he falls asleep.
Bro, like, you can't have a president that needs naps. Like, it's just wild to me, man.
Yeah, like during a press conference.
Do we? I don't know. Out of this, do we have to put an age? Because we put an age limit on how old
everything
you must
else,
be.
yeah.
And then it's like, do you? Then you have to. You should have to make an age limit here. And I'm actually surprised that no one sued. Maybe they have. I'm stupid. That no one has sued about the how young you, or how old you have to be president, the whole 35 and over thing. Yeah. I'm shocked that no one has sued over that because, under the guise of the whole like age discrimination thing. Yeah.
But no one wants it, bro.
Yeah, no one fucking younger than 35 would want that job. And if they did, I would worry about them and their sanity and why they want that job. But you have to be a psychopath to want that job either way, man. And like, yeah, dude, I can't imagine why. Bro, there's so many things that I wouldn't let a 70-year-old do. Like,
well, he's 79, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But so even 10 years ago, I wouldn't let him do shit, bro.
Well,
not touching a grill at my house.
He was probably good to go.
I don't know, man. That's even too old.
That has to be the cutoff point, bro.
I think retirement age. What do we say? 65? 67?
Well, isn't it now 67 or 72?
Yeah, that should be the
shit, man. It's something bullshit.
It should be like 65, 67. I think should be the max, bro. For you to be president.
I would even go at 70. There's some people that are good to go at 70, but yeah, not anything.
Nah, bro.
That,
you got to be able to arm wrestle the like. I'm trying to think, bro. You can, nah, dude. You can't.
Trump's over 70, right?
Yeah, but if you get discounts at food before a certain time, you should be president, bro. I'm sorry.
If you get senior citizen discount at the movie theater, you shouldn't be able to run for president.
You shouldn't be able to run for president, bro. If we can't make you pay full price at Denny's, you shouldn't be allowed to run the country. Just saying. Like, this is so crazy.
Speaking of Biden, man, freaking Snoop trolled him this week. You see that?
Snoop? Nah.
Snoop Dogg trolled him this week.
Not Snoop.
He did an Instagram post, man, where it showed like this bag, and it has Biden's face on it. And it's like a bag that you put marijuana in.
Okay.
So the bag, it looks like a new strand of like marijuana, like a different strand of marijuana. But on it, so besides he has like this confused look on his face. And then it said, it has like quotes on the bag. It says, "Where am I?" And then it's like, you won't even remember what country you're in. And then it's like made in, and then it's like it has the Russia, the Chinese, and the Ukrainian flags on the bag, bro. I thought it was, and so of course, you know me, man. I was like, I gotta get some of this, right? So I looked it up.
So you got it?
So no, so it's not. So it's not a strand of weed, but they sell the bags. Like you can get them off of like Wish.
What?
Yeah. You can get these bags off of Wish.
Go figure. You're never gonna get it though, or it'll be 2 years.
Yeah, right. But they also have these bags for what was it? Oh, for Trump. And the picture, Trump has his face on it, and he's like giving the double bird, and it says "fuck your feelings," and then "made in China." So shout out to Snoop, man.
Bro, everybody's just fucking with him now. I mean, everybody's fucking with Trump too. So it's like the last two presidents, we've just been like jokes. Sheesh, bro. It's too funny, man. While you're on Russia, I had to bring up this story, bro. I don't know if you heard about the mom selling her newborn baby in Russia.
They can do that?
Listen, I don't think you can.
So she's selling it over there. Oh, okay, so she got caught.
So a Russian woman, so she was arrested for selling her newborn baby. This was in May, so she was taken into custody for human trafficking, but it was because she sold her baby. Yep. She sold her baby so that she can get a nose job, because she needed money for a nose job. Now, I seen her pictures. She definitely needs the nose job, bro. This is a really stellar nose, bro. Like, it's pretty profound. Like, it's like.
Do you have it there? I want to see it.
Yeah, I do. And what I can't tell is if the nose job is pre or post. That's what I'd be curious.
I'm assuming that's pre.
But that's got to be pre, right? Because like she doesn't even need a nose job, bro. They need to file that shit down.
I want to see the side profile.
Right? I should look that up, bro. Side profile for her. But how much do you think she got for this baby? No job. And to pay for this no job.
Fuck, man. I don't know.
She's 33 years old.
What'd she get?
$3,600.
Wow. And she took it.
Yeah, bro. She needed that nose job. Newborn baby you not attached to? $3,600.
Dude, fuck around, man. There might be a market here for that shit real soon.
With the I don't know him.
Right? No, like the whole abortion shit.
Yo, the whole abortion shit, bro. Yo, honestly, that's a good fucking point, bro. You can't get an abortion now, and then you go, yo, fuck adoption. Can I put like you put up an auction block for babies? Or highest bidder? You probably can't sell, but I bet you there's a loophole. Adoption fee like you do for dogs.
Fucking black market, man. Like who knows?
Oh,
dude?
that's
like,
true,
right?
bro.
There's
You
all
sell
that
babies on the
shit,
black. Yeah, you
man.
can get paperwork for anything. So, bro, you know how they do for dogs? The rehoming fee because you're not allowed to sell dogs. Have a baby. We gotta.
My bad.
Be like, I got a rehoming fee for this infant. Oh shit,
dude! Fuck around, man. Like that's
crazy, bro.
You know what's
and
funny
then is it wrong if it goes to a good family? Like what is the like morally? I get it. Like we're in this society where it's just like we're pieces of shit. You give up your baby, but if you're gonna be a piece of shit parent anyway, and you sell this baby to Bill Gates because he, him and his wife want another baby, and Bill shooting blanks, like that baby kind of hit the lotto, right? Like, so I'm just saying, people don't judge. Like you just never know,
dude. There's so much to that, man. I know we talked about last time with the whole abortion thing. With, with women are gonna go to, harsh lengths to abort their pregnancy, man. But this can definitely be something that I could see happening where they go like, oh, wait a minute, there's actually a market for babies, and you get somebody that's desperate and that needs money, bro. This woman. $3,600, well, that's nothing. Now I don't know what that is in Russia, right? Maybe that's
where's she from? Clearly, it was. I mean, honestly though, she'd be like, "Yeah, I can make another baby, but when am I able to get rid of this nose?" I get it, bro. I get it. I also was curious to see if she already had kids, because if she got like 5, it's like, I got some. Like,
dude, that got me thinking. So what are the other things that we could do, or that women would do
for abortion?
Yeah.
Dude, think about, I don't know, man. Like the sugar daddy concept, like you get some of them to go fly you somewhere for some. What kind of creative shit are you looking up online to do? Do you think about all the crazy concoctions that people are going to be taking and either ODing or ending up with poison in the hospital or some shit like that, dude?
I saw this parody shit and I can't remember. And I want to give the guy credit. I can't. He has a show on HBO. He's a black comedian.
Michael Shea? That damn Michael Shea? Is that the show?
That's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. He had this parody where it was around abortion, and it's this dude that owns a dojo. And basically you pay.
I like where this is going already.
So you come in and he'll kick you in the stomach.
I knew it.
For a fee.
It's so genius. Yo, is that illegal?
No, right?
You're coming in to be the pads.
Dude, chicks will, you got to figure like, they'll go to drastic lengths, like throw themselves down the steps. Like, I don't know, man. Like,
oh, yeah, that was always the running joke, right?
Stick coat hangers up there, man. Like,
yeah, I'm telling you, people drinking weird shit to poisoning themselves, basically. Yeah. Like,
but the dojo thing, I was like,
oh, that's funny.
I was like, it was funny as fuck, but I go like, yo, that shit, like I could see something like that.
That's brilliant. Yo, who was the first vacuum company to come out with an attachment?
Oh, wow.
And you'd be like, yo, we're not saying you can use it for this, right?
Right.
Like,
it'll be this is for your dryers.
Yeah, strong enough to suck out a fetus. We don't recommend it, but strong enough too. Wink, wink. Oh shit. Yo, the dojo shit is brilliant. Bro, belly flops. Yo, you start building really tall diving boards. Charge a fee for the jump. Yo, there might be a business opportunity here, Sean. Fuck this podcast. We might.
Yeah, man. I think we're overlooking an opportunity.
Yeah, we actually no. We do the pod while people jump, and then we rate the smash.
And you're like, wait a minute. Oh no, you got to go to the 12-foot one.
The
Dude, you were telling me earlier about some chick in the fucking HOV lane.
Yeah, bro. Dude, so it's perfect because, we're talking about Texas and the whole abortion thing, and then obviously coming on the heels of Roe v. Wade. But this pregnant lady in Texas got pulled over for riding by herself in the HOV lane. So that's basically the carpool lane or whatever. Depending on where you live in the country, they call it something different. But she was pulled over, and the cop is like, her name is Brandy Botton, Bottone. But anyway, she was issued a $275 ticket, and she said she's gonna fight it in court. But the officer peeked into her car and was like, hey, "Where's the other person? Like, you're by yourself." And she pointed at her belly.
Yeah,
she's like, she goes, "My baby girl's right here. She's a person according to the law. Like, that's a person. It's a living being." And I'm like,
"That's legit.
She's
bro.
right, bro.
She's
it's
right,
legit, dude." So because I go, "Yo, if you go fight that in court, now do you have to rewrite the law to dignify like this HOV thing? It's got to be a person that's outside of a body. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna get like this technical of it. It's gotta be a person that's present outside of another human body. Like, they're gonna get real technical about it. But I'm like, she's not wrong. Like, if you're gonna say, yo, it's a person, and the rule is it's got to be two or more people.
Yep.
Then she's got two or more people in the car, bro.
No, she's
fucking
she's
right, bro. She's so right.
I was listening to. I heard a portion of the Brilliant Idiots.
Mm-hmm.
And they mentioned something like, people sort of going through to drastic measures and going, yo, like, stand your ground rule. Like, I didn't want it in me.
Ooh, bro.
Like it's there, but I didn't want it there.
I didn't want it there. So, bro, I'm so excited. This shit opens up a whole can of worms.
Yeah,
bro,
it really does.
Can I charge you for 2 people at the movie theater? What about an airplane seat? How does that work? I know babies can sit on your lap, so maybe not. But
airplane seat's probably good.
Airplane seat's probably good. But and I guess about concerts.
Yeah, but you're only taking up one seat.
Yeah, but still, if you go to a concert with a buddy, can I sit on your lap and we go to a show together, bro? Am I allowed to do that? I don't think so. It's gonna be interesting to see all the shit that comes out of this, bro.
It really is.
All the petty shit. I'm great. I live for this. This is gonna be awesome, bro. Yeah, because I would find some wild shit like this to do that. Like, my petty game is pretty.
Dude, well, check this out, man. There was a speaking of kids, there was a family living in a children's museum in Nevada. So the way that they found out was there was this kid roaming the streets nearby the museum, and it was like a very young, like 2-3 years old, something like that, right? The cops make contact. The older sister, who's also young, comes over. And they like, "Where do you live?" And the address that she gave was the museum. Well, kind of find out, it was like the mom was a manager at the museum. The dad was a janitor. So they found out that not only are they living there, bro, they have like a fucking arsenal in this children's museum, bro. They had, let me see what they found. They found AK-47, 3 handguns, a pistol, ammo, knives, and a taser.
What was that, in case the shit comes back to life like not at the museum? What the fuck? Why they got all that?
Well, I don't know. What is a children's museum, first of all? What the fuck's in a children's museum?
I guess kids themed displays. I'm just shocked that shit was in Nevada. That was the most shocking part of that whole story, is Nevada had anything children related.
Well, they found a bong and weed.
That's more like it.
Yep. And I was just like, man, that's fucking.
So why'd they have the art? Did they ever say why they had the arsenal? To defend the museum?
Why does anybody have guns, right?
Like, I'm over here worried about that, not why they live in the museum.
Exactly.
Although I get it, bro. They at work. Yo, rent's expensive, bro. Mortgages are expensive. You gonna be at work all day anyway.
Yeah, and people are living in cars nowadays, man. And we've seen the shit on the news with, like, over in Seattle where they have like those like tent cities.
Yeah, dude.
Or people living out of cars and tents.
You know how many people I know now just buying the vans, like, and then just going like, fucking, I'm living out of my van kind of thing. Like,
really?
Like those Sprinter vans or like, or even RVs, man. I'm seeing more and more people going like, yeah, just bought an RV. We're living out of our, like, people with kids, man, I know of, who have like 2-3 kids who are like, yeah, we're living out of an RV now. We sold our house, all our belongings.
That's kind of
downgraded.
Dope, man.
Yeah, and they're just like, and they, because of the whole remote work thing.
Yeah,
I know so many people who are just like, yeah, now we're just going from place to place. Like, we live out of the RV, and it's cool because a lot of them are starting to just document, like on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And so some of them are able to monetize the whole thing too, man. Which I'm like, fucking hey, good for you, bro.
That's kind of cool, man.
Yeah.
I guess for school you just do like a virtual school.
You homeschool, yeah, do virtual school, yeah. So it's like, wow,
dude. I'm not, man. I have one of my sons is doing a virtual school.
Mm-hmm.
It's homeschool, bro. The fucking teachers don't teach them anything.
Right?
Yeah. It's us at home teaching.
Yeesh.
It is homeschool.
It's a better version of homeschool now, bro. I get it, bro. Listen, and that's why you seen that story with this two men lost at sea for 29 days.
No.
And they basically, I don't know a whole lot about the story, but other than
where it was?
It was, they wound up in New Britain, Papua New Guinea, close to a month after a storm sort of messed up their whole, like,
okay,
I guess,
where's New Guinea? Why am I not?
Fuck, man. That's like Papua New Guinea. I want to say, is that like near New Zealand and all that?
Yeah, you tell the story, man. I'll look it up.
New Britain, Papua New Guinea. Yeah, so I don't know a whole lot other than the fact that these men were at sea for 29 days. And then, like, when they finally sort of, like, I don't know if they got, I think they just washed ashore in Papua New Guinea. So obviously civilization. But basically, one of the guys was like, yo, it was actually kind of nice. Like, it was a good break from reality. So, like, I guess if you're out there and you're able to find food and you have water and you're able to sort of get by, then obviously there's a fear of, like, yo, am I ever going to get found? We're going to be out here forever. But I guess as long as you have food and water, you can sort of get by. But one of they said, like, nah, it was actually a nice break from reality.
Dude.
I was like,
I was going to say 29 days is probably just enough time to, like, be away.
Like, lose your shit, bro. You don't think out in sea?
I don't know, man. To me, you go, like, if you have water. So water's the biggest thing, right? If you have water, like, you could fish.
What you do, you're surrounded by water, right? So
yeah, but do you have anything to convert it?
Yeah, but can't you just run
shit.
water through your shirt and then you can dilute enough of the salt? Like, you can literally run water through, like, you can literally cup it through your shirt, put it in another thing. That'll literally filter out enough salt.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, it's not, listen, it's not, I'm not recommending go do that, people.
Who knew you was
but
survivor,
you
MacGyver?
You could, like, theoretically do that. And then there's actually bottles, I mean, they probably don't have it. But, dude, I would suggest if you own a boat, they have bottles that will convert salt water to thing. I'm like, if you own a boat, you should just have that on your boat for one. But
have like 10
if you don't, dude, you can literally take a shirt, pour seawater through it, and it will. I mean, it's salt, bro. Think about it. If you pour salt on you, it's not going to go through the pores, right? So you can literally filter out enough to where it's drinkable. Wow. And you do that enough times, just keep doing it, bro. Yeah, and so, like, I know you can survive for long enough, like, doing that. Like,
yeah, and then you say you got fishing poles. You just fish.
Yeah, you catch.
I don't know. I don't know.
You start a fire, but
yeah, like, I don't know.
Can
how
you eat the fish alive though? Nah, but you figure raw fish ain't gonna kill you. So, like, if you're desperate enough, you just skin the fish and eat it while it's alive or just dying. Like, as long as it doesn't go bad, you're fine. We eat sushi, so, like,
true that.
So you don't even need to be able to cook it. You just literally eat it. So if and for survival, we're willing to do a lot of crazy shit, man.
Oh, you'll get hungry enough, bro.
Yeah. So for survival, man, we'll do some wild stuff. So you'll get hungry enough where I'll start eating people. I don't give a fuck. If we on that together, you better believe I'm to starve. You better hope you're bigger than me.
You gotta watch the Yellow Jackets.
I've never heard of this.
You gotta check it out, man. On Showtime.
Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets. Yeah.
Are we eating people on Yellow Jackets?
Maybe.
All right. I'm gonna guess by eating people you mean like actual cannibalism.
Yes.
This is not Showtime After Dark. All right, I'm just making sure.
No, it's not Skinamax.
Oh man,
Juan almost lost his drink.
They still do that, bro. The softcore porn.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure. Yo, so Papua New Guinea is just north of Australia.
Okay, yeah. So that region, so near that. Is that where Guam? No, Guam is Saipan is near.
Yeah, Guam Saipan's over here somewhere
in
too,
isn't it? Okay, because those are U.S. territories.
New Zealand. Right? Let me see. Are they?
Guam is U.S. It's considered U.S., bro. It's a Commonwealth, I think, too. Pretty sure Guam is considered U.S.
I just got to do a search. Let me see.
Yeah. There's like Puerto Rico. I think Saipan too. I'm almost positive. I don't know, bro.
So it's north of Papua New Guinea.
Oh, say yeah. We murked somebody. We're like, nah, this is ours now. So we got Guam out of something, bro. It might have been the Vietnam War or something. Like, I don't know.
Is Guam Saipan like the same? Something the same place?
I think it's no. But I think they share. Is it or they're neighboring islands or they share? Like,
there it is.
They're close.
Okay. Yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I thought of that, but I did.
Dude, you know what, man? And this is kind of off topic, man, but I just wanted to ask you a question about this. So, this is like election time.
Mm-hmm.
Not for president, obviously, but for like local elections.
Like the primaries, right? Or
I think this is like local elections, like your local whoever.
Oh, like councilman or whatever. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I've seen all the signs up, right? So there's a guy that is running in my area, and his name is Andrew. I'm assuming this is pronounced Yang, just like the Andrew Yang.
Like the Andrew Yang, okay. The guy who ran for president?
Yes.
Okay.
But this guy is Andrew and then Jeng. I'm assuming that's pronounced Yang as well, but I don't know for a fact.
Yang or Jang or, yeah.
They're both Asian dudes. Like, these are both guys of Asian descent.
Okay.
Why Andrew? What was that?
Bro, this cap is violent, bro. Like, look, it's like it goes in. And then when you...
Oh, so it's a glass cap, but it has some shit on it.
It's a glass cap, but it has something on. I got to save this bottle because then you pull it, it like retracts back out. So you hear that pop. It's it compresses some. I don't know. It's pretty dope.
But I was thinking like, why the name Andrew?
You want to know you want to know what like I actually think?
What do you think?
I don't think their name's really Andrew.
Well,
I think they've Americanized it. I think their name is something like Mixu or whatever the fuck it is.
But Andrew Yang, the president, the presidential hopeful guy, he was born here. He was born in the U.S.
Yeah, but then if his parents gave him like a name, unless they did, maybe Andrew was just like a very common, they were looking through a book. Like, think about when they were born in that era. Who was the Andrew that was maybe popular or famous or something like?
Yeah, it could have been. I just wonder, and it just got me thinking, like, I know like a lot of guys from from India that are named Jay.
Yeah, you're like, nah, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like, what's your real? Like, why like Jay?
Dude, I ask people all the time. Like, if I meet someone like who's for whatever Asian country or India, and they tell me their name and it's something like that, I go, no. What was the one that was given to you, bro? Like, what do your parents call you? Then they'll be like, oh, like Mixu Young or whatever the fuck. And then and I'm like, okay, cool. Can I call you that? Like, is that what you want to be called? Like, I don't want to call you Bob. You don't look like a Bob.
I just didn't because I'm trying to think of like say you take somebody from say China, and how do they pronounce Andrew? Is that hard for them to pronounce, or is it easy?
Maybe it is easy, and they're like, fuck, I was going to do some offensive ass Chinese accent.
But I was thinking about it, and I go like, I don't think that would be an easy name for them to pronounce. No, maybe it is.
Maybe it should be Ben or Yi. Yi's pretty easy, bro. Why can't we go with Yi? Or like, yeah, it's strange, bro, but it's also like, dude, it just goes to show too. Like, I know people who change their names on resumes, like for that same reason,
really,
or
like because you can't pronounce it.
Yeah, well, not you can pronounce it, but then you'll know what they are too, right? So like, I may not put like, like obviously with last names you can't hide them as much as you put them, but like it'll be if it's I don't know, I can't think of anything, but they'll shorten it. It'll be like, oh, it'll be Andy, but really it was like some long crazy thing, and they'll just be like, or it's CJ, they'll just put initials or something like that because really their name itself was like, really crazy. So just like, I know Latinos who will like say J because they don't want to put Josue or some shit like that. And they're just like, the J. I'm like, yeah, because that sounds better.
Bro, because I was thinking about this shit and I was like, and I'm like, Andrew doesn't seem like an easy to pronounce word maybe for someone of Asian descent. But maybe it is. I don't know. Because I know like for me, like being brought up with the name Sean and then spelled like that.
Yeah.
I was like, that would be like Puerto Ricans naming their kid Sean. And they can't pronounce that shit.
You can't pronounce that shit, bro.
Like, like an islander that looks at SEAN, they'd be like, ooh, Sean?
Yeah, Sean. That's exactly what they would say, bro. But like, Sean?
And it's funny because I've had like throughout my life, they'll go Sean and I'll go, no, Sean. And then they'll look at me and they'll look at the spelling and they'll be like, Xiang?
Like, this guy don't know how letters work. It's like, bro, I've gotten Juan, or I've gotten Juan, or I've gotten what was the other one? Juan or Juan. I get with like a W sound. But Juan might be my favorite.
Did you see your girl Jill Biden?
No.
she mispronounced. Well, she spoke at some Latino X or Latinx.
Can we agree, bro? I've never met a fucking Latino who wants you to call them Latinx or Latin.
I don't even. What is that? Is
it's
that
a
just
female.
like?
It's the female version of like so Latin, and then I think the females are Latinx.
Oh,
I've never once met a
is.
fucking Latina who said no, refer to me as Latinx, like ever, bro. So who the fuck, what woke person just made this rule up? I don't know.
No, she was there. Well, she did two things. First, she mispronounced bodega, and she did Bogota.
Oh,
she said Bogota.
You got to get that right, bro. That would have been so many cool points.
And then she said, and then she compared like Hispanics to like the diversity of Hispanics to the number of tacos that are sold in fucking San Antonio, which is where the conference was being held. She's like, like she was trying to, again, the intent is good. And I know the intent was good, but I'm like, man, who the fuck wrote that?
But as an intelligent person, because she teaches at the college level.
Oh,
she's a professor, I'm pretty sure, bro. Like, okay. A tenured professional at that, because a professor at that, like, didn't she choose to keep working? Like, she still teaches.
Oh, I don't know.
So the fact that even she wasn't smart enough to go like, this is probably a stupid thing to say. But in her defense, bro, Mexicans been running the greatest food scam of all time. Like, if you think about it, bro, all their shit is a tortilla, cheese, meat, potentially some other toppings, and they just roll it differently and they call it something else. Like a taco and a burrito and an enchilada and a tortilla.
Yeah, it's kind of all the same shit.
Taquito. They're all the exact same thing, bro. They roll it into a cigar. Oh, it's a taquito. They've folded in half. They're like, nah, it's a taco. They've put it in a blanket. They're like, it's a burrito. It's the same fucking food. It's the same food, bro.
Shit's good.
And then we're like, this shit's amazing. I love tacos. No, not burritos. I love tacos. Forgetting the fact that it's the same fucking thing, bro. Greatest food scam of all time. Shout out Mexicans. I love y'all. Anyway, back to Jill. Fucking this up.
Oh, yeah, dude. And she did, I don't know how long ago it was, but she was like si se puede. But she butchered that shit, and I'm sure that shit sounds bad coming out of my mouth. But for her, she was like, I don't forget what the fuck she said. She was like puede. She put about 10 more consonants in that shit.
She sounded like Joe coming up from a nap.
And all I could think of was like, I think Hispanics would just like, you don't gotta say shit.
You can't you don't have to pander like that.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. Just fucking
come out to a Daddy Yankee song. We'd have been all right.
Didn't Biden do that shit?
You come out the gasolina.
Got him elected.
Come out the gasolina. Go, yeah, we about to lower that, and then just keep.
No, I think didn't he really come out to a song like that?
Did he?
Like while during the campaign.
Yo, he come out the Despacito, bro.
I wish I could remember what the fuck he came out to.
You got to find out for me.
Or was that Trump?
So good, bro.
I'm pretty sure it was Biden.
Came out to a Spanish, like a reggaeton
song? Like a reggaeton song, yeah.
Oh, that would be so great, bro.
Yeah.
You got to find out which one it was, man. That should be so great. Bro, now that you talk about the Spanish thing, my mom reminded me, my mom texted me, she was saying that we were talking last week about my Spanish. Yep. My mom was offended that you guys your wife was shocked that I spoke as good Spanish. She goes, Spanish was your first language. She's like, hey, me up. She goes like, hey, Spanish was your first language. You had to learn English. Hello. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, I did. That's right, bro. I went to preschool. I didn't speak a lick of English, bro.
No, and I told Samara that, but every time we've gone over there, like I said, you never had an opportunity to showcase your skills. Wait to set a date.
I'm gonna go over there and strictly speak Spanish.
Dude, you should, bro. You should. Then you guys will be like fucking brother and sister.
Yeah, my mom.
You know how y'all are.
Y'all. That's offensive, y'all.
You know how y'all Puerto Ricans are, man. Yeah. Motherfuckers find out you speak Spanish, they be like, oh.
Yo,
that shit is true, bro.
It's so true, bro. We like with favors and the whole nine, bro. Yep. We get things, dude. I got stopped at the airport on the way back home.
Yeah,
I just started, and I always get checked. I don't know if you never flown with me. I get you, but I get stopped every single time.
You looking real Middle Eastern today.
Every fucking time, bro. And so I evaded it this time because I have TSA pre-checks on the way out of the country. I was straight. Okay. On the way back in, though, the other countries were like, nah. that shit don't work here. And I got pulled to the side. And I remember I just started talking to the dude in Spanish, and it just changes everything, bro. The whole perspective is just like, yeah, man, where this thing that, like, he's wanting my shit, but I'm literally like, if you just go a little deeper, bro, I could have anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, just got right through it. I'm just like, thank God for the Spanish. Just like, and I was like, there's so many times in my life where I've used that, and like you said, bro, we're so different with each other. Even here in America, bro, you start speaking Spanish at anything, your service gets faster. And if it's another Spanish person,
right?
Oh my God, bro, yeah, it's so true.
I don't know, honestly, I don't know why that shit is, but I've seen it so many times.
Yeah, I think it goes for anybody who it goes back to our whole tribal thing. It just feels like, oh, it's somebody who's part of your tribe or your clan or whatever, and we just have this thing. Like I think it's that, because I'm trying to think, man, if I have a soft spot, I don't know. I wouldn't say soft spot. Maybe, I don't know.
But I've seen interactions where, like, they're being dicks to each other, and then when the Spanish comes out, or essentially, like, maybe the one person doesn't know that the other person speaks Spanish, and then they're talking bad about them, or saying something that maybe that they wouldn't say to their face, and then they come out like with Spanish back. And then it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I've seen that shit too. I'm just like, you just thought she was a dick. Like, why you cool now?
You cool now, yeah, because they probably like, oh, no, I thought she was whatever,
yeah,
like, whatever
right.
nationality. So now she's cool, dude. I speak like 22 words in French, bro. Right? And I'm at like waiting at an ATM machine, and the two dudes, there's two dudes at an ATM machine. They're French, and they're speaking in French. And then I'm like behind them. I'm giving them their space. I'm like way behind them, right? Like, but they're clearly having a tough time with like the conversion or whatever. Anyway, the guy, they start calling me names like in French, like basically like, oh, this asshole waiting behind here, blah blah, like he needs to go away, yada yada yada. They said so they've said it enough, and I picked up on enough words to know they're talking about me waiting there.
Yes.
And then they basically like let me through. Like they're basically like, oh, you know, kind of like all yours. Like afterwards, right, in a little French accent, whatever. And I remember I said thank you to them in French, and then the look on their faces, bro, so good, bro. I was like, and they just kind of walked away, and they're looking at me like, did you just understand? Like, and I said it, and I just kept going, and then I'm just like, and the look on their faces is so priceless, bro. Little do they know, I didn't understand half that shit. I just picked up on 2 words. I was like, I'm pretty sure you talking shit about me, bro. Like, there's enough words in there.
You should have called your sister and put it on speaker.
Yeah, be like, tell me what they saying. Like, no, but I knew they were definitely talking about me, because it was like enough words. Like I knew enough words to know, okay, blah blah, and I knew it was like, oh, this guy, and then the other guy's looking, and then it's just like, I'm the only guy there, bro. So that I can hear him say like, oh, the guy, blah blah, and then he's just like, I forget. I wish I could remember the term, because I gotta ask my sister, but whatever term they called me, it wasn't a nice. Like I've heard it before, and it was definitely a derogatory term. I can't think of what it. I think it would equate to calling me a fag. I don't know, but it was like something like that. Yeah, bro. It was like I gotta ask myself.
We don't use those words anymore.
I know. Listen, I'm telling a story, people. It's like singing a rap song. I'm allowed to repeat it in that context. And I'm like, who cares what I like? Leave me alone. Maybe they were saying I like cigarettes in British. I don't know.
Man, how we doing on time, bro?
Listen, man, we about to hit the hour mark any minute now, man.
Oh, good.
What you got? What you got?
It's getting late, man. Dude, before we go, definitely want to talk about this. They did a poll on 13-year-old kids about what they wanted to learn in school, and I gotta pull this up because this was great, and I don't disagree with them.
Okay.
And I actually want to I need to run it by my kids, because I want to get their input on this. But here are some of the subjects that they would said. Essentially, they wanted to know what they should be taught at school.
Okay.
So, cooking.
Huh. I wouldn't have expected that.
No. Video games.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sex ed.
Okay.
NFTs.
Okay.
Rap. Nutrition. Sewing. Fitness. Survival. Biking. Anatomy. Okay. Swimming. cryptocurrency, economics/business. One of them was helping Ukraine.
I mean,
karate, Pokemon, mechanics, style and fashion, and programming.
Yo, what I'm getting out of that is there's a whole lot of 13-year-old boys out there with no dads. Where was this?
Where was this?
Not for real though. It almost goes to show like kids, they just want life skills. Like they're basically realizing like, yo, I don't know how to do shit that a
Right.
grown up should do.
Or that none of the shit that you're teaching us is helping me.
It's relevant in life.
Right.
Because like I like the fact that here in Florida we basically just passed that law about the financial literacy, and you take basic finance. Now you have to do that, which I agree with wholeheartedly. Like you should. Like the fact that in school they didn't teach us about taxes other than a bunch of people threw tea in a fucking whatever in a harbor about it at one point in time. Like we don't learn anything about taxes and why we don't learn anything about interest rates, and we don't like that sort of stuff. So yeah, that just tells me like, okay, these kids are realizing too, like, yo, we want basic life skills, and then we want this other shit. We want economics, and we want some business, and we want some of that.
But I love all the stuff where you go like, I think in future like economics or business courses, you have to touch on crypto and NFTs.
Yes, absolutely.
Like you have to.
Absolutely.
And it just shows like how far the educational system is sort of behind the times, and we're supposed to be training the kids now for jobs that don't exist, but we're not even training them for the jobs that exist today.
No, we're not. And yeah, I've heard, with the NFT specifically, because I think that's going to sort of seep into everything we do. Like if you think about, like I've heard several people make this comment now, or sort of make these, I guess, comparisons. Like if you look at like what GoFundMe is today, or not even GoFundMe, what's the Kickstarter, where you can donate to a project, and then what you do is maybe you get that product that they're making or whatever. You're one of the first people in line. I've heard now there's like artists and there's directors and there's like music artists who are going, yo, you buy an NFT of my album or of the thing, basically you're funding them creating the album,
right?
And then you get back end.
You get royalties,
yeah,
right?
So maybe you're getting 0.00001%,
right?
But you get royalties forever. So you're basically owning a piece of that artist because you helped them get that off the ground. But you can sort of rinse, wash, repeat that into everything, bro. Like unlimited amount of movies, unlimited amount of music, unlimited amount of like actual art, unlimited, like literally anything, dude. Like you want to create a car, like. Even the way humans are gonna so like NFTs, man, are not going away anytime soon, or blockchain technology isn't going away anytime soon. So I think these kids are realizing now, like, okay, I should probably know what that is and how to operate that. But think about how we didn't even know that. Like our generation, we didn't even learn that about stocks. We didn't even learn that about bonds. We didn't learn that nothing. So like, it's cool that these kids are recognizing that and going like, being really nice to know about this stuff, like that's sort of moving culture in the world right now. Like,
and you know what sucks, man? If you had a class like this that would and you were the teacher, and they're going, these are the things that they want to learn about, but yet your hands are tied, especially in a public school system. Your hands are tied to teaching the curriculum as is. I'm really glad that Florida is now doing away with the that standardized testing. What the hell is it called?
Oh yeah, the FSA or whatever.
Yeah. That's going away. So I'm happy to see that. But again, we've been teaching school essentially like the same way for 100 years or more, right? Since like the since like the 20s?
Yeah,
the 1920s.
Earlier, you figured
right?
the Industrial Revolution, right? Like where people needed to be in factories all day.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
which was when did that take place?
Industrial Revolution would have been like late 1800s, man. Where it's like, okay, parents need to be at factories all day making shit. So how do you keep kids busy? And then it was like, yeah, and you put them in school, and you put them in for an 8-hour workday, and you start at the same time that work happens to start, or 30 minutes. Like everything about it was well planned.
It's even earlier, bro. 1760.
Wow, look at that.
1760 to somewhere between 1820 and 1840.
Oh wow. Okay, so look at that.
So since then, we're basically pumping out factory workers.
Mm-hmm. And you figure back then there was a point where kids were working and then they couldn't anymore because of all these child labor laws that happened. I think that's when you're talking about the early 1900s. And then we were like, all right, well, fuck, if we can't put you to work, then, you sort of change the school dynamic and all that stuff. So, dude, I'm glad that these kids are sort of recognizing some of that. And it just goes to show too that we're not teaching basic life skills. I think that was my biggest complaint with school and stuff growing up too. Is I just realized like, you don't really care about me. I'm just another cog in the wheel. You want to churn out another employee, or you're just trying to collect a paycheck, or like you're trying to meet some state thing. Like none of it is about my actual what I come out of here knowing. It's more to do with like the result that matters to whether it's the state or the school or the county or whatever. Like none of it ever really ends up being about like we want the kids to actually know stuff, right?
And it's even sad that after high school, essentially the first 2 years of college are 13th and 14th grade.
They really are, dude. Bro, I remember, and this is not that long ago, my first or second year of college went to. So it's either going to be 2004 or 2005. Not that long ago, right? 17 years ago, whatever it was. I remember it was an advanced like algebra class or something. And I remember those whole thing where you got to work and it's like pages and pages to solve one problem over something I could have just plugged into a calculator and you get the answer really quick. And I'll never remember like this, or I'll never forget like this professor were like sort of arguing back and forth, and I'm like, but I can just like put it in a calculator. Like, why would we go through all this? Like, when are we going back to having to do like handwritten math? And I'm like, I understand the concept that I should know, but like, do I really? Like I'm never gonna have to do this in my life again as an adult.
Right.
And his argument with me was, you're not always gonna have a calculator in your pocket. And I was like, you're wrong. And at the time, I remember like I had a BlackBerry at that time, or no, I probably did. I had a BlackBerry, or I had a Motorola V3 Razor or something. I had a cell phone that clearly had a calculator. Yeah, with a basic calculator, but a calculator.
Yep.
And I remember looking at him going, well, you're wrong. And he's like, no, you're not always going to have a calculator available. And it's just like, long and behold, I'm like, not only do I have a calculator, I probably have a computer stronger than the one that was on the space shuttle when we put a man on the moon in my pocket every single day. So it's like,
yep, you're right.
You're so wrong about that, bro. And in fact, 3 years later, you were so wrong about that, because when did the iPhone drop? Probably 07, 08 or something like that. Like
probably something like that.
Or around, it might have been 9, 10. But anyway, yeah, it was around then. I'm just like, yeah, bro. And obviously I didn't know the iPhone was coming, but I was just kind of like, yeah, you're wrong, bro. Like, yeah, I will have a calculator. And if not, I'm not going to need to know this. We have computers. Like,
and the other thing to that is, if we get to a place where we don't have it, I'm not going to be worrying about doing this kind of math.
I'm not going to be like, I wish I remember the Pythagorean theorem.
That's right.
Like, that's the least of my worries, bro. I'm probably going to be worried about like trying to find food. If we get to a space where that's the case.
It's true, bro. I tell you, I mentioned that show Yellow Jackets, right? And it's kind of about a group of teens that playing, like going off to fucking nationals to play some soccer, and then their plane crashes, and then they're in like the middle of the fucking wilderness, and they spend a year and a half there. And so you think about those, and you're just like, everything you learned in school, none of it mattered. None of it mattered in the wilderness, bro.
Doesn't, bro. You're so right.
Like, you know what was the skills that you needed out there were survival skills. Like, you needed to know how to hunt. You know what I mean? Like, you need to know
how to start a fire.
Right? So hunt, and then, but even once you hunt, once you kill something, it's like, you got to know how to like drain the blood out of it, and you know what I mean, like things.
How to identify something poisonous or a plant that you can't eat, or fuck.
So that's what I'm saying. So like to your teacher's statement of, I was gonna calculate this. Like, if there becomes a time when I don't have one, then I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I don't think long form algebra is gonna be the thing. I'm like, I really wish I knew how to do this right now. Yeah, I'm not trying to build a space shuttle out of leaves, right? Like, or I don't. Yeah, it's so strange, man. That whole, bro, was it you I was telling too, because like, this whole like culture we're in right now where we're all so sensitive. I go, it's so funny the shit because of we're like our own worst enemy, because of how comfortable we are, because of all the luxuries we have. Like, we're sort of afforded this opportunity to be woke and to be petty to be, because I go, yo, tomorrow if the lights flickered off tomorrow, bro, and we went back to like, again, like this would have been extreme a few years ago, but I think now we've been through a pandemic. We're a war away from saying like a power grid being taken out and then all this stuff. And I go, and if the world goes back to, yo, there's no electricity, there's no internet, there's no whatever, like, it's just people.
No one gives a fuck about.
No one gives a fuck about what you call me. No one cares about. Dude, it goes back down to who can hunt and who knows how to raise babies, bro. Like, literally, we go back down to our most basic human instinct of like, the rawest like survival of like, we survive, how do you keep our species going? Like that's it. Like, and it just becomes like, in some ways, like men, you're looking for the biggest, strongest, fastest, whatever, because that's gonna be the guy who can feed you. And then for women, you're looking for like, who's gonna be able to take care of like it's so crazy how you remove the convenience, and at the end of the day, we're animals, bro. Like that's it. You take us out of this shit. You take us out of the air conditioning and the lights and other stuff. I'm like, we're animals, bro. We go right back to being animals.
No,
man.
You're right. And listen, let's not do that for another like 60 years.
Yeah, hopefully after we're gone, you can do whatever the fuck you want after that. I hope the shit blows up the day after I'm gone. I really do, bro.
You're so goddamn selfish.
I have FOMO. Fuck yeah, bro. I don't give a fuck about what happens, bro. I hope this whole shit blows up the day after I'm gone. I don't care about nobody after me. If I'm not here, you shouldn't be enjoying yourself anyway.
I'll die knowing that you said a fucking time bomb for everybody else.
You'll be like, I know Juan did something.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, bro. Listen, I don't give a shit about. I'm selfish, bro. I don't want to miss nothing. So when it's over for me, it's over for everybody.
And on that, tell them where they can find us.
You listen, if you're not already following us at the Carbon Football Podcast on IG, on TikTok, on YouTube, man, make sure if you YouTube, hit the like, subscribe thing. It's like over here somewhere. Follow us, tell your friends.
It's on my side.
It's on Sean. So right under Sean, click the little button, click the thumbs up on my side, and then click the subscribe button on Sean's side. And then, man, follow us. And then this week, we are actually guests on our pod, Your Entertainment, on their podcast, on their 100th episode. We actually did an interview on there, so if you get a chance, go check that out. Those guys are funny. They're cool. They were gracious enough to let us on their pod, man. We had a good time. This was
absolutely,
recorded,
man. That was
a month or two ago,
right?
man. It's been a little bit, man. So I'm glad it's finally dropping. Fun. It was fun. It was the first pod we'd ever been on that wasn't our own. So make sure you go check that out. Support those guys. And then all your favorite streaming platforms, man. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, everything, man. Yeah, and if we're not on some shit you like, then you need to change streaming platforms. I used to say, tell us. Now I'm like, bro, get
with the program.
Get with the program, yo. We're on everything that matters.
And yo, check out this drink. This one and this old fashioned actually might be good for the ladies too. So we had Juan's wife try this one. Typically, she don't like the strong taste of liquor. But this one hits, man. This one hits really well. She liked it. So this might be one for everybody.
Yeah, if you're not a strong alcohol person, this one might be good, man. This one might be real good.
Yep. All right. And so on that, we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.